What's up, guys? Got a knife review for you. Medford Micro Praetorian. Micro G for G10. I've had Praetorians, and of course you all know I've had a lot of Medfords. I've always passed over this knife. In the pictures it looked like it'd be just too small for me. I got big hands and I like big knives, but I'll tell you what, this knife is not too small for anyone. There are people who say this knife is too big. I can assure you after seeing it. I like this better than the Praetorian, better than the Praetorian Genesis. This is my favorite Praetorian, and this is going in my permanent collection. I don't even have a Praetorian in my permanent collection. This one has a 6-gun hardware. This one has a different stamp on it. You see, there's a money sign. Well, that was an S for S35VN, but this is D2. So to correct that mistake, instead of remaking a lot of blades, they just striped it as a $sign and let everyone know that, hey, these are D2 blades that have this on there. So one day that'll be kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool now. I like having a $sign on my knife. It's got a D2 glass breaker. The clips on these are great. I mean, they got just enough give. They slide over your pocket without tearing it up. All their hardware now is all stainless. I mean, not stainless, I'm sorry. It's all titanium. When you see the newer Medfords, they're all titanium. This one did not have any lock stick whatsoever. The lock bar was a little bit snug on it. It's good to go now after working it in. This knife is just a great carry knife. I mean, it's compact but 100% usable. I was worried. I bought some other knives like the Spyderco. What's the little bitty Spyderco? I can't remember the name of it. It's really cool, but it's, my goodness, it's so small. My huge hands, it just doesn't work. This one fits. It fits great. This is just like a regular size pocket knife. It's just fat. Let's look at some examples. Here's the Medford Slim Midi, which is a really long knife. And you can see it's probably 1.25 inches shorter than that. That's the Strider .75 AR. I mean, for something called a mini, it nearly stands up to that. Let's see. This is a Curtis flipper. You can see it's the beefiness makes up for the shortness because it fits in your hand, and I can actually get a 4-finger grip on this knife. I mean, it's hanging on there in the end, but I can get a 4-finger grip on it. Let's look at some dimensions. The full blade length is 2 7/8. We got about 2 3/4 cutting edge. Handle scales to the breaker are 3 7/8. The width is important on this knife because that's what gives it its girth. 1 7/8. Don't let the micro scare you off of this knife like it did me. It absolutely did. I mean, I didn't buy it for a long time because of that. But it's just not an issue. I mean, I'm 6'6". I have monster hands, and this thing just does not bother me. I mean, you can see it sits like a good sized knife in my hand. It's not micro. Is probably just a bad name for this knife. It's micro compared to the Praetorian tie, yeah, but I mean, that thing's an axe. But it's a great knife, and I highly recommend it. Titanium lock bar side, G10 show side. I'd like to have it, and I'd like to have a titanium on one day, and I'm going to stay on the hunt for that. I've polished this blade up a little bit. I do that with my D2. Sand it just a little bit and polish it and give it almost a mirror polish just to make it shine a little bit. I was told D2 holds up a little bit better if it's polished from corrosion resistance. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just something I heard. I love the way those stop pins sit back in that handle scales. I mean, that's just great lockup. Smooth. It's just a good looking knife to me. I highly recommend it. It's definitely staying in my permanent collection for now. for now. Nothing's permanent, but it's there for now. I have no intentions of getting rid of it. I have another one on the way. I actually bought this one for the waffle group, but I ended up keeping it. That's how much I liked it. So I bought another one for the waffle group. It'll be here tomorrow, I think. This one has the old fuller. It doesn't grab quite as good as the new fullers do. It doesn't have that bite on the edge. But this knife is not really that big of a deal. I can still thumb flick it out. On the larger knives and on the, what was it? I had the Midi Marauder had this, and I could not hardly flick that knife out. But this knife has so much real estate, the friction alone can get it out, no problem. Every time, no problem. Just a cool knife. I highly recommend it. Hey guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Y'all have a great day. Bye.